welcome to the energy update for March 2021. Okay, so the biggest message from Gaia for this month for everybody, globally, wherever you are, is movement. It's one of heart-based living and it's one of movement. There's a lot of energy that's coming up now. It's like fire energy. And I really checked in a lot with her because in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment, we're coming up towards the spring equinox and it's new growth, and there's always stirrings in the earth right now about new flowers coming up and the buds on the trees, and there's just that gorgeous, amazing, huge amount of energy that comes up with a touch of the tendrils of fire to get things going. But she said, no, even in the Southern Hemisphere where it's going into autumn, it's not that. It's nothing to do with the equinoxes or the life force energy that's around. It's energetically, so it's on a much higher vibrational plane that's here on this planet now for everybody, wherever you are globally, that movement is required. So movement across the board. So she was saying basically body movement is really important. But it's about moving forward with any plans that you've been sitting on. You know, anything where you've been hesitating, anything where you've been waiting and procrastinating and not quite sure and held in a sticky kind of situation, anything like that. She said, this is the month where you need to just check within your heart, check inside. Make sure it is something that's of you, that brings some joy, that is creative, that gives you something that you can put out as service to the world. Those sort of things really require action and movement now. The universe is waiting not just for thoughts, not just for ideas, not just for this and that, but actual movement to go with it. And when the movement is added, then the energies are very, very supportive of anything that you begin now. So great time of new beginnings, great time for any projects that you've been thinking of. You know, all those things that have been on the back burner for ages and you've been like, now, this month is the one. And actually quite a way through, certainly till the 12th, 14th of April. It's the same thing. It's as if you decide that you can provide a momentum of movement now to bring these ideas that you've had, to bring these joys of the heart into the physical body movement, so it all comes together, then the universe is really waiting for those things to amalgamate so it can provide you with the momentum of general energies to move it forward. So it's a very kind of abundant time. Abundance is starting to actually come in, especially around the middle of the month and the end of the month when we have the new moon and then later on the 28th of March when we have the full moon and it comes to its full fruition. There's quite a lot of abundance as far as reward to effort. She's talking about reward to effort. So whether that's in thankfulness of people you have chatted with and community spirit, or whether it's financial, in all sorts of different ways it's coming forward. Forgive me, I keep looking up because the starlings are here and they're coming in mass and they're forming the most amazing patterns, and it's just delightful. So if I'm looking up, that's what's catching my attention. It is on the physical plane. And it's the starlings. It's interesting that though, isn't it? Because starlings stand for communication. And by the time you get to sort of like the 21st, 22nd of March, communication's a really big thing. It's a really, really, really big thing. So it's almost from now till then, you want to get your story right. You want to actually put things into place so you can get it moving. And around that time, for some of you around the 18th, kick it off, get it moving, get it out there, move it through. And so that you can really feel in your heart that something has come to fruition by the time the full moon on the 28th. So movement, movement, movement. The colours this month are very much pale colours, the very pastel colours. These denote the sort of higher vibrations, dimensions sort of 6 and beyond. And so greens, pinks, whites, greens, pinks, whites, those are the colours, along with a real dash of red. So the fire, the depth of the fire and the energy, there's a whole like untapped well of fabulous energy that's waiting for you to drop anchor in through your heart, and then you can access that raw energy. It can come up and it can actually then be fluidly delivered into all the different projects and things that you decide to actually get going and move forward. So yeah, I mean, she keeps just saying the same thing over and over and over again. There's one word for this month, and that is movement, whether that's movement on the physicality, that's definitely important. The emotions, to move forward with those emotions, you know, stop procrastinating, stop allowing your mind to just make you wait, do it, do it, do it. So it's a do it month. It's a movement and a do it month. Just get off your laurels and get on with it. She's also saying that it's time to take charge. It's time to take charge of your life. It's time to, you know, if there's anything inside of you where you feel there's still some, you know, victimhood, or there's still some, you know, can't do anything because, she said, no. It's like, heal that in whichever way you can. Kindness is another great way of doing that, but move it through. Don't pay any attention to it now. Actually put your force into loving yourself enough to get some mojo going, get that energy going, get out there and move things along your life to some sort of intention that you are now going to place and get moving towards that intention, that lovely goal of yours that has just been in the back burner for so long. She said, this is the month to start it off. This is the month to make the phone calls. This is the month to talk to people. This is the month to get everything in and ready. This is the month to intentionally say yes to your universe. And yes, I'm moving forward. I'm not looking back. It's not your past story that's defining you now. It's the one here and now. Drop yourself into present time. Drop yourself into your heart. Make sure it goes through your heart, please. Check those projects are actually in tune and alignment with all of you. Your heart, your soul, you know, your emotions, your thoughts, everything needs to come to bear this month in one cohesive whole, and then move forward with it. Whatever's been in the past, Gaia's very, very strong on this month. She said, whatever's been has been. It's done. It's dusted. It's just there. You don't need to look back now. You need to really bring all your force into the present moment and start projecting it on a forward motion. It's definitely about forward motion. Okay. And I pulled a card for us all for the month, the whole month, and it was an angel pack, because I keep getting loads of white feathers at the moment, which is a lovely sign that angels are around you. And I'm pulling up a lot of master number cards, double digit numbers I'm seeing around the place. There's lots of master energy 33s around. There's lots of 44s, which is the angels around. And basically the card I pulled for you is the Major Arcana card number 11, and it's for strength. It's Archangel Ariel, who is an archangel that's very, very intrinsically involved in the earth and the beings of the earth, particularly the animal kingdom. And she's bringing great inner strength. She's imbuing you during the whole of this month and tipping over into April, asking you to release harsh judgments, any harsh judgments you have towards yourself, others, the world, any of those. And you know, there's quite a lot of a divide going on at the moment, and it's quite nice to practice that. What if you practice that just for this month? No harsh judgments of self or others at all. That would produce a different environment, I would have thought. And use forgiveness and compassion as your way forward. So this is the card. So just absorb all of those lovely, look at those fiery golden wings. There's lots of, greens and blues and pinks, pastel colours and strong colours. So yeah, maybe just have and absorb all of the different creativity within that one card. But again, it's another master number. 11 is all about your psychic sense. It's about your intuitive self. So it's bringing forward a master number of your own higher self values and your own higher self talk. So 11 is about the psychic. It's about the sixth sense coming to bear. So as well as all of this movement that we're all going to be going on, and it's kind of like if we don't do it, we kind of get moved. So this isn't a case of us being pushed around the place, but it would be nice for us to make our own decisions about which direction we're going to go in. But the last thing is, Gaia's saying there are plenty of sort of like pull-ins, if you like, plenty of places. She's not talking about resting at all this month. She's not to rest, but just to reflect. So there's plenty of places along this journey pathway that we're all taking together this month. And there's plenty of places just to pull off a little bit and just reflect. And the reflection is check in with yourself. Check in with your higher self that this is actually the direction we're going in. Check that map of your own. And check your heart. Is my heart fully in alignment with my next move down this particular pathway? Does it still feel congruent to me? Does it still feel like it's the highest and the best way for me to move forward in my life? Keep checking that during the month so that you can make those slight alterations and adjustments if need be to get the best out of this life. Okay, everybody, do let me know in the comments field below if that resonates. And, I feel like there'll be quite a few different updates this month. There's lots of what I call doorways opening during this month of change. So I'd use that as your reflective time, just to reflect and check in, make sure that's okay with you, and then take all of that strength and all of that gorgeous energy and that fire energy that's coming up and move forward with it. Okay? Mwah! Soul to soul, lots of love. See you soon. Bye.